Hey guys, it's Randy from the Too Heavy Wrestling Podcast, coming at you again with another episode of the 30 Days of WrestleMania series. Now, the match that I'm going to be talking to you about today is easily one of the most influential matches in WWE history. It influences so much that takes place afterwards. The fallout from it is incredible, and honestly, I don't think the match is talked about enough. That match is Bret the Hitman Hart versus Stone Cold Steve Austin in a no disqualification submission match at WrestleMania 13. Now, one of the most forgotten about things about this match just right off the bat is that it actually had UFC fighter Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. Now, for some of you that only know him as the professional wrestler, he did have a legitimate UFC career before professional wrestling. Now, the reason why this is one of the most influential matches of all time is because of what takes place afterwards. Now, as we go through this match, it kind of starts off kind of before the match even starts per se, because you have Austin attacking Bret before he even takes off his entrance attire. Now, they spend a lot of time fighting in the crowd before it eventually comes back to the ring. There's not really too much as far as the match itself goes. It's really what the ending is and what happens afterwards. It's a lot more important. It is a good match. You should go watch it, but it's what happens afterwards. It's a lot more important. So Bret Hart gets Stone Cold in the sharpshooter, and Stone Cold, of course, is not going to tap out. He's bleeding from the face. He's in pain, but he does not tap out. Ken Shamrock actually has to call the match because Stone Cold would rather pass out from the pain than admit giving up. Now, this is where it gets a little weird because Bret, the face, does not let go and is extremely brutal to Stone Cold, to the point where Ken Shamrock had to pull him off, and Shamrock challenged Bret to a fight. And as he's leaving, you actually start to notice that Bret's getting booed. This is known as the infamous double turn, where by the end of the match, Stone Cold Steve Austin is now the most popular babyface in the company, and Bret Hart is one of the biggest heels in the company. Now, the fallout that I had mentioned is that that's the beginning of Stone Cold's face run of being not only a really good babyface, but the face of the company. And the fallout from this with Bret Hart is that this is where he begins the Hart Foundation and starts that entire heel run, with the exception, of course, of being in Canada. They're always babyfaces in Canada. So that match, like I said, take the time to go back and watch it, and then take the time to go back and watch some of the fallout from it as well, because there were a couple follow-up matches at some In Your Houses that were also really good. But ultimately, this match starts so much of the history that we know and talk about to this day. So that was our match for today, guys. Thanks for coming in and hanging out with us. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to not only me, but Eddie and Zach for the rest of this series, and I hope you keep coming back for more. Thanks, guys.